answer lies in the heart of battle.
King of Iron Fist Tournament.
Mugen TV versus Corner.
Welcome to the stage of history retold.
Hey guys, it's MugenLord here, and I'm back again with another video. We just wrapped up the live stream gathering that we had for the Nintendo Direct of September 2019, and I must say that I'm impressed. And I'm going to do a separate video just talking about the overall experience and my reactions to what I thought about the presentation in a separate video, and I'll give you more details at the end of the video about how I'm going to approach that content. Well, in this video we're going to talk about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, is because that's right, SNK was confirmed to be the next rep for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and we have gotten Terry Bogard. Now, I'm not trying to brag or anything, or I'm just super excited. It was because Terry Bogard was one of the characters that I wanted, and like I said, I'm gonna say it again. If you haven't checked out my prediction video for the fighter patch, I did have Terry Bogard from King of Fighters and Fatal Fury as a character, as a rep for this fighter patch for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and my God, I can't wait. And what's so funny about it is Sakurai, he's just really good at trolling the audience, because that video really had me guessing, because the way he did it, he did a montage going through the history of the different SNK characters and everything, and you see the Smash Brothers invitational letter comes through, and every character from King of Fighters and other SNK games is trying to grab the letter and get flying past their hands and stuff. And Nakaruru was one of the characters that was speculated to be a character in a rep for SNK in Smash Bros. Ultimate. But so when Nakaruru showed up, I said, well, wait a minute, she may be the character. But when she sent her bird out there to go get the invitational, the bird had missed it and it flew off into the sunset. And the next thing you know, you see the gloves, and that's right, it's Terry Bogard, and I'm super excited. I cannot wait to play as this character. And as you can see, Sakurai, he has to be a fan of fighting games. There's just something about him wanting to bring these fighting game characters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, I had a really good time playing as Ryu and Ken in Smash Bros. Ultimate, and just Smash Bros. In general, because they bring a unique type of gameplay mechanic that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate or the Super Smash Bros. Series doesn't offer in general. And I like the fact is that Sakurai implements those fighting game inputs and everything into Super Smash Bros. And it just works. And the thing is, it's so out of place in Super Smash Bros., but it just meshes together, it gels together just right. And I just have a good time playing as Ryu and Ken and pulling off those satisfying combos. It just feels so satisfying to win with those characters. And the thing is, as well, the character is very technical, and you really have to get in the lab to understand how the character functions. And I believe in the same regard, Terry Bogard is going to pretty much play the same way, as far as being unique and having command inputs in order to input his moves and stuff. Now, the thing is, it told us that the character is now in development, which means we won't have to wait until we actually see some gameplay later on in November. Now, there's some people that are shocked that we're getting this character released in November, right after we just coming off of the release of Banjo Kazooie, because during the announcement of Banjo Kazooie, they also mentioned that Banjo Kazooie will be released tonight. Now, the thing is, I'm not going to download him until tomorrow, because I know everybody and their mother and dog is going to pretty much try to download Super Smash Bros. Download Banjo Kazooie for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So I'll just wait till tomorrow, get up in the morning, hit the download, and have the character. And I'm definitely going to play the character and try him out. But right after the Nintendo Direct, Sakurai himself did a presentation to show off Banjo Kazooie, and I must say that he looks like he's going to be a pretty cool character. He looks like he's going to be fun to play. And like I said, it seems like these DLC characters does have special mechanics that's only tailored towards them. Most of all, when we first saw the first announcement trailer back at E3 2019 of Banjo Kazooie, that one move that really caught my attention is that supercharge that makes him pretty much invulnerable and invincible and gives him super armor to attacks and projectiles and everything. So now that we know how the mechanic works, he pretty much got 4 or 5 golden feathers. As they run out, you cannot use the move anymore, so you have to use it wisely, and you get 5 feathers per stock. So when you die, you get a reset of those feathers, which I found pretty cool, pretty unique. Also, Spiral Mountain looks pretty cool. Now the thing is, I like the Final Destination version of it because I love the background. I think it's very bright, it's very vibrant, it's just very colorful. It just breathes with life, and I love the little touches that they have in the background. Now the thing is, I was hoping that this stage was going to be pretty much legal. I like to see this stage in tournament play, but after seeing the normal version with the hazards on, the stage kind of like gives me kind of like vertigo, because I mean, the stage entails its name, Spiral Mountain. So the stage pretty much rotates and it spins, it spirals around and everything, and that kind of like, I don't know, it throws me off balance by looking at that. So I can find that pretty annoying. So the only time I'll probably pretty much play that stage is pretty much in Final Destination. And I love the tracks that they added to Banjo Kazooie. I love the new updated versions to it. So I'm really super excited. I'm glad for the Smash Brothers, for the Banjo Kazooie fans out there, you finally got their representation. You finally got what you want. Banjo's in the game, and I think that's pretty awesome. So I can't wait to give them a try. And not only that, they revealed some of the costumes for the Miis. And most of all, what's so funny about it is, and I don't mean to laugh to this community out here, but when I seen Sans pop up as a Mii costume, I just started dying. I started dying on the live stream. I just couldn't help myself. It's because Sakurai pretty much pulled a Geno, like in the Smash Bros. Wii U version, where they made Geno into a costume, because he knew the outcry, he knew the fan base really wanted Geno in the game, so he couldn't get him in the game, but instead he made him into a costume. And he did the same thing with Sans. The closest that you'll ever get to Sans right now is as a Mii costume. And what I found so unique about having it as a Mii costume, he also included one of the tracks to Undertale as well. And the thing is, I never played Undertale, any of the Undertale games at all, so I'm not really too familiar with the series, but I know how popular the character is, and I see a lot of people make memes about Undertales. I see a lot of people talk about Undertale, so I know the character is popular. But the fact is that they gave him a track, I would download their costume just to get the track, because I think the track is pretty cool. And I think Undertale's soundtrack is pretty cool in general, because I heard a lot of remixes of the Undertale's music, and I think it's pretty cool. And I have one of them, actually. I have like a jazz version of one of the Undertale themes within the soundtrack. So I think that's pretty cool. Overall, Sakurai said, look, I know I teased you guys with Terry Bogard, you know, for this reveal, and showed you guys nothing. So I'm not going to just walk away and not just give you a little sneak peek. And they showed off the King of Fighters stage. If you notice in the background, you have generic, you have Ryu in the background. I call him generic Ryu. You see him in the background. You see the King of Fighters arena, which I think is pretty cool. And I just can't wait to find out what tracks are going to be on the stage, because I'm not, to be honest with you, King of Fighters have some good music. They have good soundtracks, and I'm hoping that we get the training mode stage for from King of Fighters 14, because I like that music. I love that music to that stage, so I think that'll be pretty cool. I can only imagine. I think the sky's the limit. I think SNK is not going to be stingy as far as the soundtrack is concerned. I think SNK is going to let Sakurai go crazy and pick and choose. And I think we're going to get music. This is my prediction. I think we'll get music from all the different King of Fighters songs, like from the different generations, from 95 on up. So that's what I think they're going to do as far as that's concerned. But I am super hyped for Terry Bogard, and I'm just appreciate what Sakurai is doing. And not just that, he didn't just end off with that, with Terry Bogard being included in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. He also mentioned that there will be more fighters after the fighters pass, and which I kind of figured that this was going to happen, because Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the ultimate package, and it doesn't make sense for them to just stop right here. They might as well continue with it. They're making a lot of money off of these DLC characters, and the fact that they're bringing in third-party characters is just ridiculous. And now Sakurai even admitted to himself, Smash Bros. Is no longer about just Nintendo characters. It's just a celebration of fighting, of video games in general. So they're just adding more and more in. He said that, you know what, I might as well just keep going with it and stuff. And I think that's a good idea. Now, stay tuned for my next prediction video when I come up with a list of characters I would love to see for the next Fighter Pass, or however they're going to go about distributing these characters. But I'll tell you one thing. There's no in the world arc system should be left out of this. And if you're going to pick out fighting game characters, I would not be surprised if Sakurai get Soul Bad Guy from Guilty Gear to be in Smash Brothers. And look, that'll be nuts. I'm just saying, I'm throwing it out there right now, just in case. It'd be crazy if you get Soul Bad Guy from Guilty Gear as a playable character. But I'm not going to go too crazy with this list until a later video, because I want to write everything out. I want to think everything through before I talk about it and everything. But that pretty much wraps up this video for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLCs with the fighter pass and everything. I want to hear your thoughts. What do you think about this? Terry Bogard being included in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and do you think they used the right choice to represent SNK? If not, tell me what character should have represented SNK and what playstyle or what gameplay mechanics could have been implemented in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate with that SNK character. And not only that, Banjo Kazooie is coming out tonight, so let me know in the comment sections below how excited you are to get your hands on Banjo Kazooie. So that wraps up this video. If you like this content, make sure you subscribe, and if you want to be notified for more information of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate in the future from the channel, hit the bell to be notified. This is MugenLord signing off. See you Game Fiends later. Peace out. It looks like you reached the end of the video. Well, while you're at it, check out some of my other discussion videos by clicking on the annotations below, and don't forget to follow me on other social media platforms to stay up to date with future content. Signing off.